So a while back, I was having a conversation with a buddy of mine. He's kind of a weird, goofy guy, more weird actually, and he isolated himself a lot. But I asked him, how was your day yesterday, right? And he's like, well, it was pretty all right, except my mom called me and it was pretty annoying. And I said, why is that annoying, right? And he said, well, my mom calls me every single day, and we don't really talk much, and we'll be on the phone for 30 minutes to an hour. And she'll ask me a couple of questions, and after that the conversation just dies down and we're just on the phone and she doesn't want to hang up. And I said to him, you know why that's the case? And remind you, he doesn't really talk much, right? He's kind of a weird guy. And he said, no, why? And I said to him, it's because your mother wants to build a better communication with you. She wants to build that openness again. She desperately wants to be a friend to you, a best friend to you. But you're not allowing that. And he said, well, what's there to talk about for 30 minutes to an hour? And I said to him, what's your mom's favorite color? What's your dad's favorite color? What's your grandparents' favorite color? What was your mom's mom like? Your grandmother like? How did your grandparents meet? How about your dad's side? And I started to ask these basic questions. And unfortunately, he couldn't answer it. He didn't know his mom's favorite color. He didn't know his mom's childhood best friend. Are they even still best friends? Or where her mom worked, the first job that she ever had, her first car, where did their parents meet, what was her first book. He couldn't answer these basic, simple questions. And I ask you that also. Can you answer these basic, simple questions about your parents? Your parents know a heck of a lot about you, right? Because they raised you ever since you were born. They know a heck of a lot about you. Your style, your sense of style, your childhood best friend, your high school best friend, middle school best friend, everything about your first job, your paycheck, your bank account, whatever. They know a heck of a lot about you, but it's not the other way around. And, that's one of the modern day, problems, in my opinion. But anyway, and I proceeded on to talk to him, and I said to him, hey man, here's the reality of it. And, I'm not trying to be depressing. I'm not trying to be, upsetting, but here's the reality of it. What if your mother is not around tomorrow? She's gone. Your dad, your grandparents, they're not around tomorrow. They're gone. You're going to look back at those, every single one of those days when she called you and you guys weren't talking for 30 minutes to an hour, and you're going to regret every single moment. Every single moment you're going to regret that, because you could have talked to your parents. You could have found out more about your parents, within their short time. Our life, it's not that long, right? We never know when we're going to be gone, right? I post this today and tomorrow I could be gone. But what I'm trying to say is, okay, know your parents. Have an open communication with your parents. Communicate almost every single day. That's what I personally recommend, especially when you're in the military, okay? Personally for me, I call my grandmother every single day at 6 p.m. and I call my mother and my father every single day at 9:30 p.m. Every single day. And I did that for the last 3 years. Except for my mother. I always call my grandmother. My mother, it's been, since I always saw her when I was at home, when I was a civilian, that's a different story. But have an open communication, okay? I promise you, it's going to be very beneficial for you if your parents are your best friends, all right? Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day, guys.